Hi and welcome back to another video of F1 Manager 2022, and this is our penultimate episode of the Go TV series. Yes, Nicholas Latifi is currently leading the Drivers' Championship with 3 races to go. Ferrari though, long way ahead in the Constructors' Championship. That's pretty much in the bag. It would really take a major disaster over 3 races to lose that, but Latifi leads the drivers by 6 points. So Mexico, let's see what we've got. First of all though, we can see Leclerc has a development point there, so we can put that in. Let's make him better at defending as usual. That's good. And I think we had some side pods done, which we could have put on the last race, but we didn't. Forgot about, but we can put those on current projects. So we've got the underfloor coming in midway through this race weekend, so we'll hopefully have a new underfloor for the last 2 races, and that'll be our season. So we can go on and progress to the race weekend. Right, that's all good. So we can go ahead to the Mexican Grand Prix. Let's go. And that is qualifying done. Again, 100% confidence all round. That's great stuff. Need to make sure we put these in for Latifi. And we may have to take engine penalties for Leclerc. Let's have a look. This is what we're on right now. Quite a few of the rest of the field have taken penalties, so we are going to take penalties as well. Let's put these in. Let's do it. Alright, on to qualifying. And final run of Q3. Currently 1st and 5th, but quite a lot of these guys have taken engine penalties, so we're going to be looking be in a good position on the grid with the GOAT. See where he comes out. Hopefully, can get a good run in here. Finishes 6th. But as you can see, going to be 2nd on the grid, just behind Sergio Perez. So a lot of engine penalties coming in there. Rain on the race. Let's have a look at what we've got here. Yeah, it's going to be... it's going to be a tricky one, isn't it? It is going to be quite difficult indeed. So we can, because this is only going to last a couple of laps, we can go full push straight off the line. And yeah, this is going to be tricky. We have had an update as well in the meantime, so we're on 1.11, and there's been changes to DRS and sort of aerodynamics, is dirty air driving, so it's going to be quite a difficult race. So looking at this, if this is accurate, and our weather station isn't fully maxed out, but almost. So if this is accurate, I'm going to estimate we're going to have to go on to intermediates here. This is a good, 5-6 laps. And then, because this is, 3 laps at least, we're going to have to go onto the wet tyre. And then back onto the intermediates again. This shouldn't be a problem here. But then maybe back to wets for 4 or 5 laps. Back to intermediates and then wets again. This is going to require wet. So, if this is accurate, we are going to be on a, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stop strategy in this race. This could be very interesting. So we're going to have to pay very close attention to the weather as to what happens. But I'm sure he can do it. Here's the GOAT. It's not going to be a problem, is it? Let's go.
I don't want to tempt fate, but there are quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid.
There are indeed.
What will happen next? We're about to find out. and
Yep.
the Mexican Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go.
And to bring attention to Latifi. Perez cuts across to try and defend. Latifi losing a place to Gasly from the beginning. Gains it back and goes side by side with Perez into the lead. We are on full push at the beginning.
Ferrari are surging forward.
Let's get another look at that. I didn't really see that. Squeezed out 3 wide round the first corner. That is great stuff. Great stuff from the GOAT. And he is away. He's in clean air. Let's just take that fuel back into balance. And this into balance as well. Let's have a look. We are going to have to keep an eye on this weather. It is only going to be 2 or 3 laps of this. Lap number 3. And we get... And Leclerc up into...
Yes, confirmed, raining.
Yep, rain is coming down.
Copy.
Ooh, are we going to have to come in right now? This is... Are we going to go one more lap? It's gone up very quickly to 0.7, so I think we're going to go straight into the pits. Or are we going to hit traffic? I think it's the right thing to do, to get onto the inters straight away. Let's bring him in.
Pit confirm and box.
And we're already up to
Box.
0.9. And what's Perez going to do? Is he going to come in? No, he does not come in. That is a disaster. Gasly does pit. Russell doesn't. Hamilton does. And Perez takes the lead as we go. Let's see if he comes into the pits. And we're going to have to... I forgot about Leclerc. Let's pit him as well. Hopefully he's not too far behind, but...
And Gasly just pitted now.
I think he was already past the pit lane entry, so we're going to have to calm this down. And where are we? We are just in front of Leclerc, in fact. You are going to have to overtake this guy. We can't be held up here.
New position, just gained by
Yeah,
Williams.
being held up by the Williams guy. Get past. Come on. That is pretty bad, but we'll see what happens. 15 seconds behind Perez at this point. 15.2. He is losing a lot of time by staying out.
And Ferrari just gained a place.
Come on, you've got to get past these guys. These soft tyre runners, those that have stayed out, are extremely slow. 10 seconds behind Perez. Now, we are the front running. Although Hamilton went straight onto wets,
Ferrari advance the race position.
could be a mistake. You've got to get past. You've got to get past these guys. They are coming in, so in fact we can just calm that right down. Whew. Bit of a worrying stop. Lots of pit stops coming in. Hamilton does pit again, so he made a mistake going onto the wets. He's changed his mind. And how is our forecast looking right now? Following the plan. Perez onto the intermediates and loses 10 seconds basically by failing. Well, 8 seconds. We were already 2 seconds in the lead. And that is magnificent. 10.5 seconds in the lead. Leclerc, unfortunately, we didn't bring him in quickly enough, but he is still in 16th place. 10-second lead. Perez is catching slowly. I'll say slowly, actually, quite quickly. As we approach, and we are going to have to pit. That is already 4 mils of rain.
Pit confirm and box.
Pit confirm. Is this the right thing to do? 4.6. It's touch and go, really. Is it going to be worth 20 seconds? I'm not sure it is. In fact, 40. Stick to the plan. We're going to go with the wet tyre. Being in the lead, you see, you've got to make the call. You can't follow the... We are coming in. What is... Perez stays out. Gasly pits. Verstappen stays out as well. Leclerc. Let's pit Leclerc as well.
And box this lap. Box.
Copy box.
Onto the wet tyre. And we are
And
now...
Gasly is stopping now.
Bottas goes past us, as does Ricardo. No, we stay in front of Ricardo.
And pit limiter on.
We're very quickly up to the back of the Alfa Romeo, who is all over the place. And get past him. Come on. And we do finally get past.
Ferrari
And
advance the race position.
very quickly up to Alonso and past him. So we're gaining very quickly on these guys, but
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
the track is going to be drying up, and it didn't quite stay wet for as long as it had forecast there. So 7 seconds behind Verstappen and Perez, and we may have to pit again very shortly. And now starting to drop back.
Box, pit confirm and box.
And we are going to have to pit now. And unfortunately, down into 9th place. Not ideal. And we've got Gasly here, still on wet tyre, holding these guys up. Can we get past? Oh dear me, very close, but now pushing Hamilton all the way. Gets edged out though, unfortunately. And Leclerc facing the same problem, being held up by a wet tyre running AlphaTauri.
It's a race position gained for Mercedes.
And we finally get past Gasly.
Ferrari are surging forward. Oh, we've had a spin.
Tsunoda spins, so that lets Leclerc through. And they're staying on the wets, which is rather bizarre. And we are a very long way behind Verstappen here, unfortunately.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
And Leclerc moving up through the field.
They've locked up and gone straight on.
And we close up on the back of the McLaren here, Norris. Can we get past? Latifi there with a nice move. Can he make it stick? Yes, he can. I think. Yep. Very good. Long way behind Verstappen, but up into 6th place. As we approach this very wet period here, and I do think we're going to need to be on the wet tyre. Verstappen goes past the pit lane entry. As does Perez. We've got a bit more time to think about it before we get there. But it's not getting past 3.5, so perhaps we won't need that wet tyre. Conditions changed to wet, but this looks like a similar situation to earlier. Ricardo does pit. But we are going to stay out. Let's see what happens. Hamilton is fantastic in the wet, isn't he? But he gets past.
Mercedes moved up a place.
Although Hamilton does now pit, he's pitting. And he has gone onto a wet tyre, which is very odd, given that we don't have wet conditions. Latifi back up into 5th place. And the Red Bull's pit, Leclerc has locked up and taken damage. Let's actually have a look at what happened here.
Watch this. There's Leclerc.
So Leclerc locked up, I think.
Goodness me, that is a serious collision.
He's going to have to come in. And we have a safety car. So we can make a pit stop as well. Are we going to want to go on the wet tyres? If we go 2 laps, 3 laps up under the safety car. So Leclerc's going to pit. He may as well just do the wet tyre. And I think we're going to do the same with Latifi here. Leclerc's going to lose out unless the safety car lets him past at this point. If it does. So this is another new update on 111. The safety car should let lapped cars unlap themselves at the right time. So not too sure how to play this. Latifi though is in front of the safety car, and so he can just go to the pit stop. So Latifi comes in. And Latifi loses no places on his pit stop. Leclerc comes into the pits. I guess has to serve his penalty. Serves his penalty. Gets his front wing and the tyres changed and down into 12th currently. 14th in the end for Leclerc. So both onto the... So there it is. Now saying lapped cars may... Can you have a look? Go past. That's excellent. So it is... Let's have a look at this view. So obviously these guys have gone round. Latifi... Is he... Are they going to catch up? So, I'm saying new feature in 111 update. These guys will go past, and so we do now have Verstappen, Perez, Bottas, Alonso behind the safety car, and we are still a long way back with Latifi. You have to get a move on, mate. 20 seconds at the minute at the moment, and we do in fact catch up to the leaders there. I was a little bit worried we were going to have a great big gap. So they are likely to just get away from us because we are on the wet tyre. They are all on inters, but given the rain that's forecast, we can push with the fuel. I don't know if we need to necessarily. I think we're going to keep that. And yeah, you can see the gap forming as we do struggle with the wet. But if we can stay within 10 or 15 seconds of the lead, then there's 2 laps here. Was it a mistake? Oh, multiple cars crashed again. What's going on? And there is another safety car. That is absolutely...
There's been contact and several cars
Wow.
involved.
Well, I think that saves our bacon, but I think others can pit. So the Haas, does he crash into the Alpha? It does.
Oh no! And there's the crash.
Yep.
Mark my words, there'll be questions asked about that later.
Absolutely fine. It looks like could be playing right into our hands here with that safety car. We were 5 seconds off the pace already at that point. Now, will the Red Bulls pit? I guess is the question. But if they pit now, where does that put them? Or are they going to pit afterwards? At a worse place, really, I think. Do they come in this lap? No, they do not. Wonderful. So, that second safety car in very quick succession bunches us all back up again. And we are now in wet conditions. And pretty much the only cars out on the wet tyre.
Safety car in this lap. It will be in this lap.
Copy.
We can push a bit more.
And where are we at? 3 laps really before the rain comes down again.
You are doing a good job.
Okay.
We can push with the fuel, and we get past Alonso, which is interesting. There. And very close
Ferrari
to Bottas.
advance the race position.
Oh, and track conditions have changed to wet. Are we getting... Oh, the forecast has changed slightly in our favour. And surely these guys are going to...
We've just had a spin.
Hamilton spins.
Let's take
Where
a
was
look
he?
at the replay. Now, just watch the Mercedes.
I mean,
here.
you're at a crawl.
And this, yes, this is where they spun out.
Okay then. And are these... They're not coming in. They're not coming in. And we are just expecting the water levels just to go up. Or the 4... Are we going to have to really push them? Are they going to... I mean, we've got 12 laps. So, I can't imagine... I can't imagine them surviving on intermediates, surely. Is that accurate? seems to... I mean, this was 4.5 and now suddenly this is not as high. In fact, I'm sure we were at like 5 mil. Anyway, we push then Bottas in the Alpha
Oh, and Ferrari just
and
gained
get
the
past.
pace.
Very nice. And we are very close then to the Red Bulls. As we come up on Perez. Goes for a move. Oh dear me, wow. Do they come in? They still are not coming into the pits. The Red Bulls are sticking it out as the rain increases. 4.5 mil on track is really going to affect those intermediate runners as we really close up on the back of Verstappen very, very quickly. They are going to have to pit, and this could really play into Leclerc's hands as well. He can push with the fuel. Tyres a little bit. Being only 14 seconds behind, the Red Bulls are going to come out a long way down. Well, I suppose everybody else has to pit. As Latifi does, in fact,
Let's see what happened there.
get past
Now let's
Verstappen.
look.
I mean,
We're watching Nicholas Latifi.
he's on the right tyre, so it's pretty much inevitable. And of course, he is the GOAT as he goes
Goodness me.
past
There they go.
that
Moving ahead of
fraud
the other driver.
at the front.
Back in the garage,
Yeah.
the team absolutely loved it.
Yeah. And so they should. Are they all going to just try and go to the end of the race? I mean, 4.7 mil water.
Ferrari advance the race position.
They might do. Has that changed? Changed again with the weather. Were we celebrating too early? Are they all staying out on the intermediates? Is that the right thing to do?
No more rain.
No mo-
Copy.
just no more rain? Are we in fact going to be the ones struggling? 12 seconds. And we're still pulling away from Verstappen here as the rain... The water levels come down. 14 seconds. Multiple cars have crashed. Do we have a safety car? Now could be the moment to pit. I think we're going to have to pit here. And then Leclerc. Same thing, I think.
Who's that just crashed? Here's the replay.
And I don't see a safety car,
Now
but
just focus on the hats.
here's the crash.
And there's the collision. It's
That'll do it.
caused absolute carnage.
And we do in fact have a safety car. We pit with Verstappen. Is he going to have to slow his pace here? We come as we then exit the pit lane. Are we going to emerge in front?
Cross pit lane.
That is correct.
Y- y- w-
And we need speed limiter on. Speed limiter on.
Wow, that was... It just actually says 0 seconds here, that they were dead level. Oh, wow. But Verstappen does take the lead, and safety car chaos at the end. We will only have 2 or 3 laps at the end of this to try and get past Max. And Leclerc down in 9th. I mean, it benefits Latifi. Wasn't in the plan at all, but Leclerc really is the main challenger for Latifi at this point in the Drivers' Championship, and things just seem to have
Safety car in this lap.
gone his way.
Copy.
Head down.
As we get to the end of the
Copy,
safety
copy.
car. We are on better tyres. I think we can certainly push. We can certainly push here. And Verstappen goes defensive. Are we going to go down the outside here? I can't really see. Nope. And Perez, in fact, makes a move,
Copy.
battling with Latifi, but Latifi does get back past him. 4 laps remain, or is that 5? 4 laps. And it is Max and Latifi opening up a gap then from Perez, but Latifi makes a move as we doesn't make it stick right there, but carrying on the battle round the final corner, Max stays ahead. Again, what a battle this is as Latifi tries now the outside. Max defends for his life, so he does need to now. God, this is what we want, isn't it? This is the climax we want to the end of the season. And finally, the GOAT does in fact get past.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
Yeah, let's have a look
have
at
a
that
look.
again.
Now let's look. We're watching Nicholas Latifi.
Got round the inside on that sort of double right-hander. Around here, wasn't it? I don't know what the corners are called. I really should
No
learn
DRS.
these things.
No
But
DRS for it.
what the names are. Out of ERS though, and Max
3 to go.
will possibly be able to have another go back at him. Both Red Bulls behind.
Last lap.
Final lap. With both the Red Bulls pretty close, is Max going to be able to try anything here? TV defends. And this is where Latifi got past Max on this. Right-hander, but he stays ahead there. He's got 8 tenths on him as we round up through the stadium and round the final corner. Whoa, what a race to win in Mexico,
Latifi over the line and taking first
with
place.
Leclerc then down in 7th. Well, I think we can savour that one a little bit. I think that was
Amazing
very
performance from
hard
Nicholas Latifi
fought.
this weekend.
The safety cars got us out of trouble with the strategies. The weather forecast was all over the place. Was that a
This podium is
4-stop?
a brilliant reward for
4-stop
everyone's hard
strategy,
work
which
over the weekend.
looked like it could have been a 6-stop. The way it was looking in the forecast, but we had to change the plans with that. Fantastic, there he is.
And for the Canadian driver, a massive achievement, finishing on the podium.
So, Latifi wins, gets the fastest lap as well, which is just what we want to see. The 26 points Charles Leclerc only with the 6, so that's 20, and he was already 6 points ahead, so 26 points in the lead in the Drivers' Championship. And I do think, constructors-wise, that's got to be out of reach, isn't it? How much is that? 100, just about 140 points? What's the maximum points you can get? Is that 44? Brain's not working. I think that's 44. So 88 points is the most that they could get. If we got none, they got 88. Then the Constructors' Championship is sealed. That's done. And Latifi has... in fact, is that 59 points on Verstappen? So Verstappen is out of it with 2 laps remaining. 2 laps. 2 races remaining. Fantastic. That's fantastic. It's in the bag for Ferrari. Yeah, I think the GOAT is going to do it. I think he's going to do it. I think I'm actually going to leave it there with just one race today. There was so much in that race. I'm going to have a hard time editing that down. The underfloor is done, so we will have that ready next time. In fact, do you know what? Let's just do it now. Let's make that underfloor. We got 21 million in the bank. That's absolutely fine. We can spend 3 million to get 4 of those done. And we lost a front wing as well, so we could just actually make one of those ready for next time. Whew, so there we have it. We will save the final 2 races for the final episode. Like I said, there was so much to edit. There's going to be so much to edit in that race. There was so much in there. We're just going to have that as a 1 race episode, episode 11. Next time is going to be the final 2 races of the season, where I'm quite sure that Nicholas Latifi is going to pick up that World Drivers' Championship because he is the GOAT. You know, leaving Williams, look, Ferrari, you need to snap him up. I've shown you. You know, it's not the strategy. It's not Binotto. I know he's gone. It's not Binotto. You just need to get Latifi in, and everything will be fine. So, if you like this race, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, leave us a comment, tell us what you think, and yeah, join us next time. Catch that final episode 12 it will be, and yeah, thanks for watching.